Mums get all the love in the fall, but they are far from the only plant. Here's some good examples of things that I'm going to take to Mom to see how she puts them together.
This past week, I was asked over and over, what if you don't like the mums or you have trouble with the mums, what else can we do? So we have a lot of cool weather plants that you can add and incorporate into your fall settings. We have the kale, the decorative kale. Yes, it is eatable. People have asked me that. I don't know if I'd eat it, but it's eatable. We have the decorative cabbage, we have the dusty miller, so we have all different types of flowers. I did a quick walk around the market this morning to kind of pick out and use my imagination of what we could do, and I found this that we've had at the market. We've had these forever out here. A lot of people decorate their steps. It seems that we're putting together different pumpkins and plants and stuff along their steps. So this would actually be able to give us some height, or it would be a beautiful container to put like a decorative cabbage in it. One of the things that I like, and they're considered an annual, but Central Arkansas, they're pretty much a perennial. And it's these firecracker plants. People call them a cigar plant. But they're cool, and they will add a lot of height, and the hummingbirds love it. So we have a few of these at the market, and one thing I want to point out is these Arkansas Diamond. We're a part of this association, and this has gone through testing, and if it passes and it's considered an Arkansas Diamond, then it is perfectly grown in Arkansas. It will survive the elements. So I thought with this, we could add some height. So this would be really pretty on somebody's stairs coming off their porch, or even in a flower bed. Also, this Swiss chard is beautiful, and it's an Arkansas Diamond, but look at these colors, even just with the different stems. It is edible, people eat it, but it's also beautiful in your fall arrangements. So we'll put this second one in here. Now, one of the pansies that I'm really enjoying this year are called the free fall. And the free fall are known to bloom later into the winter, and it's one of your first pansies in the spring to bloom. So I'm excited about these, especially this spring, to see how they do. A lot of times I don't always follow the directions on the spacing because I like to have a full effect right off. So I'm all the time kind of separating. So that right there, just kind of add more potting soil back here. You want to get it pretty tight, get all that air pockets and stuff out of your pots, and then water it. But that would add color to your pumpkins, to your, if you have mums. It's beautiful, and like I said, any hummingbirds coming through will like it. You can see I buy a lot of the terracotta pots throughout, well, usually in the spring, and I've set a bunch up here on this shelf because I like how the moss and the greens and everything. So like this, I mean, to me that's beautiful. And again, we'll add to your nature, your fall decorations. I mean, it's bringing nature together. So these are one of my favorites too. And this one is the Osaka Pink. And so it's gonna have just a beautiful pink leaves with the edge of white. And set it in a terracotta pot. And that's another step that you can use and have beautiful plants and enjoy it all winter. And so as you can see here, I like to tilt. A lot of times I tilt it, but you want to make sure that you've got plenty of soil here at the front for it to lean up against. But tilt that up, and then here at the bottom or the back of it, just make sure that you cover up that root system. So you can see also that I've got some extra space there. So we could do some height with it. This Swiss chard would be great. So we can just pull one of these with a different color, and we'll just line the back of this with the Swiss chard. So this is going to get about 18 to 20 inches. By me tilting it forward, it's going to grow forward, and this is going to come up. Adding more color. So again, whatever pleases your eye or what you like, what makes you happy visually, do it. And I still have just a little bit of room here in the back. You could put like another pansy in the back. So when you're coming down your steps, if you wanted, you know, for visual appeal that way, add that. So actually what I would probably do is try to find a bigger, taller pumpkin or something and just kind of incorporate it there. I'm all the time sticking stuff that's a little bit too big, but if I needed something with a little bit more height, and if this pot was bigger, that would sit on there really pretty, and you could add another level. So I'm always doing levels. We're just going to go ahead and pop this. This is another pansy that is very familiar, and it's the cool wave pansies, and we have every color you could think of, but it's one that will bloom further into the winter. You'll be able to enjoy your flowers that way. So that really topped that off, and that makes it pretty from all angles. But see how you've got all of the different colors, and then this is just going to be absolutely gorgeous in the spring. It always makes me sad when we get to the spring and it starts heating up a little bit because these are so pretty. So there's that. So here again, that would be really pretty. You've got height here, and you've got your different textures going. This Dusty Miller, you know, you could do something smaller with it. We could incorporate it. It adds another color element there. And another favorite of mine since I was a little girl are these snapdragons. And do you know why that they're called a snapdragon? My Nana showed me this. But if you get to the side and you pinch it a little bit, it opens up. So I've had fun telling everybody and showing the kids mainly at the market of the snapdragons and why they're called the snapdragon. Also, fall is the time to plant those perennials in the ground before we cool way down, the ground cools down. We have a great selection of hostas, corbels. We have cone flowers. And cone flowers, of course, if they get in the ground and get planted and established along with the hostas, the blooms, you will enjoy those blooms and stuff come in the spring. And spring's my favorite when I start seeing that newness pop up. So remember, fall's the time to plant.
All right, I have to give it to Mom. She's pretty talented. Some of y'all may remember the basket she did a while back with the corbels. She's used some of the pansies and pumpkins to change it up through the season. So things are always changing here, and they can at your place too. Thank you for watching. See you soon.